Today's topic is Kanye West, also known as Ye, hate speech, what to do about it, and what does it mean? Without question, the most talked about issue involving the law are the comments of Ye Kanye West. What did he say? On October 9th, he posted a tweet which started the controversy. Quote, I'm a bit sleepy tonight, but when I wake up, I'm going DEFCON 3 on all caps, Jewish people. Now, DEFCON is the level of highest nuclear readiness and refers to imminent or actual use of nuclear weapons. Piers Morgan got an interview. He asked him about the comment and he apologized for anyone he may have hurt. But then he was pressed by Piers Morgan as to whether he was sorry for writing the comment, and he said, absolutely not. He also called Trevor Noah a racial epithet that begins with K and got banned from Instagram. So what are the legal consequences to someone that has hate speech, and what should they be? Well, let's go DEFCON on the Jews sounds a lot like Berlin, 1933, egging people into attacking Jews. And we say, well, that's a long way away from here. That couldn't happen here. People with a large following couldn't actually engender violence. Well, I mean, unfortunately, our history is full on our side in North America, in state after state, including California, of violent reprisals against multiple groups. Humboldt County had the locals escort all of the Asians out of the county at gunpoint. Humboldt County and other counties had systematic extermination of Native American areas. And the idea that this is just someone that's, quote, mentally ill, as some apologists have said, doesn't change the fact that the number of followers that he has increased. And it doesn't matter if a lot of people don't like him or have a negative view of him. How many people does it take in order to create a serious danger? Now, in Holland or France, could you make those comments and not be prosecuted? You would be prosecuted because the Europeans know that this should be illegal. Well, what are the restrictions of the First Amendment here in the US? Well, first, there's no restriction on what a private company does. And in fact, CAA, the talent agency, and Adidas cut him off. He tweeted that he lost $2 billion in one day, but it's not about money, which just doubles down on the hate. What does it tell you when someone that speaks this hate is worth $1.5 billion to a company like Adidas? There's no restriction or bar on private companies refusing to do business with someone that speaks in a particular way. Another restriction is a speaker can be held liable for defamation. In fact, in 1952, there was a decision upholding a defamation case against an entire group of African Americans in general. Bohar Mays versus Illinois, the so-called group libel case. Um, but unless it's an imminent threat of violence, the Supreme Court does not believe, and that's the Brandenburg test, that speech, even if it's hateful, really um, can be criminally punished. So, what are the alternatives? How do we not become Berlin 1933? Well, one alternative is to follow the laws in Europe. And anyone who believes that people in Amsterdam are less free than they are in Los Angeles, go there. They have a functioning judicial system and an economy, and things work just fine there, even when it is illegal to deny the Holocaust. But we have Section 230, and at a time, 1996, when Google didn't exist and Mark Zuckerberg was 11 years old, Section 230 of the Federal Communications Decency Act extend protection to platforms that housed hate speech. That's a statutory protection that otherwise would not be there. Ted Cruz has called Section 230 a subsidy, a perk for big tech. And Nancy Pelosi called it a gift to tech companies. The problem isn't just the hate speech. The problem is that when you give a megaphone and these broad platforms to these people, there are those who get enticed by it. How this will ultimately come down isn't clear, but what is clear is that Ye and Kanye West is not sorry. And anyone who thinks that this isn't deadly serious needs to look carefully at history. Law offices of John Belcher, hate speech, Ye, Kanye West, and what can we do about it?